Hey guys, my name is 𝗙𝗵𝗹𝗲𝗲, and in this video I'm going to tell you all about how to start your ESL teaching career or your English teaching career. And the reason I decided to make this video is because there's so much misinformation out there. People who are telling you that you need to get a certificate or a piece of paper, a diploma, and there's so many people out there who have these pieces of paper and they don't know anything. All of that is complete crap. So let me clear that up for you right now. A piece of paper is not going to make money for you. Some people think that you have to have years and years of experience in order to be successful at this. I've been doing this for 10 years. I became successful after a year and a half. And most of the people who I know in this industry who have become hugely successful did so in under 5 years. So let me tell you what you need to know if you're just getting started in the ESL industry or the teaching English as a foreign language industry. And I'll try to make this video really quick because I do respect your time and respect the fact that you're watching this video. So here's the information that you need to know when you're getting into this. First of all, you need to know that you're making 2 investments by starting down this path. The first is an investment of money. If you decide to get a certificate or do a certificate program, if you decide to work for a school, if you decide to do anything in this industry, you're going to make a money investment. Now, your financial investment might not be as large depending on what you choose, but for a lot of people, the financial investment starts very high when they get into this career path. The time investment is something that most people don't consider, and they really need to. Consider this: the time you invest in looking for a job or getting a certificate and then looking for a job is also time that you could have invested into yourself and building something that would have brought you profit or income for the rest of your life. So that's really something to keep in mind because there's a lot of companies out there that are trying to get you to buy things and spend your time on things, and you really don't need that crap. So this is our recurring theme throughout this video: your investment of time and your investment of money, because a lot of people don't consider that when they start down this career path. And the first thing we need to talk about in terms of investing your time and your money is those horrendous TEFL certificate programs. You can see them everywhere. They're always trying to get your money. You can see their ads on every website, every Google search that you do, looking for how to start a teaching career or how to get into ESL or how to find a teaching job. One of the first things that's guaranteed to pop up is do your TEFL certification course with us. Now, sure, those programs are going to teach you the basics of what you need to know as a teacher. But most of those programs aren't really going to help you get a job at all. And if it was a job that you were looking for, you would have been better off spending that time looking for your own students. Now, I understand you're new to this. You don't really know where to find students, and you don't really know what to say to them so that they'll study with you. But here's what you need to know. That piece of paper, that TEFL or CELTA or TKT, whatever you decide to get, that is not going to get you clients. That is not going to get you the job. You want to know the most important thing when you're looking for a teaching job with a company? The number one thing is charisma. If you can charm them, if you can show them that you're charismatic, if you can be outgoing, these characteristics are much stronger than anything that's written on your resume or any kind of certificate that you might have. And if you're being interviewed for a worthwhile company, then they're going to ask you questions about your English language knowledge. So it doesn't really matter if you have that piece of paper or not. Just do a Google search right now. Learn the basics of the English language. Learn the parts of speech. Learn the verb tenses. Learn what a countable and an uncountable noun is. Learn the difference between an infinitive and a gerund. Learn those basics. Most TEFL courses aren't even going to teach you that stuff. They're going to feed you a bunch of bull about the teaching environment and creating an atmosphere that's conducive to learning. And yes, that stuff is important, but you're not going to be able to get students with that, and you're not going to get your students results from creating a learning atmosphere. You're going to get students results by actually delivering information and changing what they know about the language and how they use it. So whether your goal is to get a job and make money or to really make a difference in students' lives, having a piece of paper is not going to do that for you. Now, let's go to another argument. Maybe you believe that having this piece of paper is going to make you a more confident teacher. In that case, go ahead and get your piece of paper. Spend your time, spend your money doing a test, learning some crap that you really don't need to know and you probably won't ever use. I mean, from my training program, I use about 5-10% of what I learned. And I've been able to open up multiple teaching businesses. I've hired lots of teachers, trained teachers, I've recruited teachers. I mean, I've done it all in this industry. And now I help teachers set up their own teaching businesses, so really I can tell you that you don't need that crap. Instead, invest your time and your money into yourself. Now, this is what most companies in the ESL industry don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that with the same time and the same money that you invest into these stupid TEFL, CELTA, TKT programs, that you could invest into yourself and get a much better, longer lasting result. You see, when you invest your time and money into those programs, you're investing into their company. And of course, they want you to invest into their company, not into yours. But what the market really needs right now that more students are turning to the internet and more students are looking for independent teachers, is we need more teacher entrepreneurs. We need more independent teachers teaching online with their own platforms, their own websites, their own products, and getting a piece of paper that says TEFL at the top is not going to help you do that. Let's face it, most of the teaching methodologies and most of the business structures in the ESL industry have existed for over 100 years and have just been regurgitated generation after generation. And right now, you have the opportunity to do something really revolutionary. Invest in yourself. Stop investing in other people's companies. Okay, maybe you're new to this industry and you're not really looking to get a certificate or a diploma, but you just really want to get a job right now. So you go online and Google and you're like, okay, English teaching jobs online, teach online, and you come up with a bunch of results about some companies called like VIP Kid or iTutor Group or ABC Tutor or lots of those kinds of companies. They're everywhere. So why not try it out, right? Well, what you don't know is you're going to spend weeks applying. And then if they actually hire you, they're going to hire you at a low rate. They're not going to hire you at the rate in the advertisement. After that, they're only going to give you a few hours every week. And you're going to have to really work extremely hard to get more hours. And then after that, you're not going to be able to secure those hours. And probably you're going to have different students every time you teach. Now, if you don't believe me because, I'm just another guy on the internet, then go ahead and try it yourself. Go spend your time, invest your time into their companies, and see what you get out of it. Come back to this video in about a year and beat yourself up and say, you know what? I could have invested in myself. I'm not saying that you can't find a great job teaching English for somebody else online. What I am saying is that when you spend that time working for someone else and investing in their company, investing your time in their company, right? It doesn't matter that you're not spending money. It doesn't matter that you're making a little bit of money from their company and they have the clients, they have the students, and they're, just giving you the work hours and they're paying you for it. You're just selling your time for money when you could be creating something for yourself that reduces the amount of time that you spend and increases the amount of money that you make. Instead, what you're doing is becoming a cog in their machine and generating more money for them while they're spending no time. Why not invest in yourself? Okay, so now you've done your Google search, you've found lots of different options. One of them was a TEFL certification program, and you understand right now why that's not worth it. That piece of paper really means nothing. Then you moved on. Then you said, okay, let me just find a job. Let me just get paid a little bit of money right now, right? Because you thought it was going to be fast. But nope, surprise, you're going to spend a long time applying to their program, applying to their company, and then once you actually start working for them, only a little bit of the time that you spend is actually going to get paid. So you move on to the next option. You say, well, there's lots of platforms where I can just sign up and I can list myself as a teacher there and I can decide how much money I take. And that's great because I control how much I make. I control how much students pay when they study with me, right? Some of these platforms that teachers get trapped in are WizIQ, Palfish, italki. Yeah, there's all kinds of them out there because what is it? It's just another trap. It's an online platform where you're going to say that you're going to teach someone and the student can find you, you can sit there and you can get lessons, but you and the student have to spend your time and the platform doesn't have to spend any time. The platform still takes a percentage of what you make. So whatever price you list, they're going to charge higher or they're going to charge more or, they're going to tell you ahead of time that they take a percentage. So again, you're investing your time into somebody else's company, you're building their platform, you're helping them make money when you could be making it yourself and investing in yourself and keeping this for your entire future. Why not build your career instead of building somebody else's business? And the main thing you need to know about this is that at any moment, they can change the terms of how they work with you on their platform. In the end, they own that platform. And you need to build your own platform. That's why you need to invest in yourself. Now, what does it mean to invest in yourself? Why do I keep saying this over and over again, right? Invest in yourself, invest in yourself. You want to just teach English or teach ESL, and maybe you want to do it online, maybe you want to go abroad and teach, but everywhere you go, everywhere you look, all of these people are trying to take advantage. They're all trying to make you invest your time and get very little in return. They're trying to make you invest your money and, you're just going to be helping them build their business. And you're not really getting anything for yourself. So how can you really do that? Well, let's take a look at other players in this market. There are people out there who are independent teachers who are teaching on Skype. They find students online. I mean, you can find them everywhere. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on WeChat. You can find them on VK. You can find them anywhere. I even get students off of Instagram. And that's where another category of players in this industry comes into play. There are people out there who claim that they can help you get started as an ESL teacher. They can make you an independent teacher. They can help you set up a teaching business. And hey, to be honest, I'm one of those guys too. I have a free program and a paid program that shows teachers how to set up their own teaching business, how to make money, how to get clients, all of that. And maybe I'm a little biased, but I think that investing in yourself and building something of your own is much better than wasting time getting a piece of paper or getting a job. Or if you've already got a job, it's a great idea to start investing in yourself. But here's the question you need to ask before you join any kind of program that's going to show you how to set up your own teaching business. You need to do your research. I mean, don't believe a guy on the internet. Just go do your research, go do your homework, go look me up, go look at what else I've done and what other people have done, and you can compare and you can see whose program you like more. You need to ask questions like, have they actually set up a successful teaching business themselves? You would be surprised the type of people who are out there who haven't set up their own teaching business. You can go to my company's website and you can see that there are other teachers working for me right now. You can go to my personal website and you can see the courses that I offer. You can go to my different groups and pages on social media sites and you can see all of the people who are subscribed and following and yada yada yada. You can also see some of the teachers that I've helped get results and help them set up their own teaching businesses. So that's what you want to be looking for when you do your research. Now, sure, you don't have to join one of those programs. You can find a lot of that information for free on your own on the internet. So why do people even join these programs at all? Well, because it's usually a lot faster and a lot easier when somebody who's already done it shows you exactly how it works. But if you've got a couple years to spare, then go ahead and start Googling away. In fact, I can help you right now. If you're going to teach on Skype, if you're going to get your own students from wherever, maybe you know some students offline, maybe you know some students on Facebook, maybe you just have access to a bunch of people who want to learn English, then you can become an online teacher right now if you start using Skype. And if you're going to start using Skype and teaching English like that, then you need to know about a few things. You need to have great internet quality. Internet quality is going to make or break your business. Now, of course, there are ways around internet quality, and there's other ways to do this because you don't only have to use Skype. You can use something that doesn't require so much of your time, and you can get out of that traditional way of teaching, which is something that we go into detail about in my program, but let's not talk about that too much right now. You'll also need great video quality. So you need to have a good, high-quality web camera, or you could use a DSLR camera or something like that. You also need to have great audio quality. So you might want to think about investing in a microphone. Another thing that people sometimes forget about is lighting quality. If you have terrible lighting, then it's going to look terrible. It doesn't matter how good your video quality is. If the lighting sucks, your video is going to suck too. And the last thing that I see so many people forget about, I mean, just go on YouTube, go on Google, go anywhere, and check out other teachers' videos and what they're trying to sell to you and what they're telling you about. And ask yourself that question, do they look professional? And the last thing that you need to think about, and a lot of people forget this, and I mean, just go on YouTube, go on Google, look at all the different people who are trying to sell you stuff and trying to tell you what's good and what's bad, and look at their background. I mean, like, look what's behind them on their videos. This isn't the most professional background, definitely not. But you'll see that when people film outside, when people film inside, doesn't matter where they film, you always need to be thinking about the background because that influences what people see on the video. And when you're teaching on Skype, you don't want people to see your bedroom. You don't want people to see your dirty laundry or your underwear hanging up. So consider those factors when you decide to teach on Skype or wherever you decide to teach your one-on-one lessons. And I know that I've given you a lot of information in this video about what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't go out and get a piece of paper if what you really want is a job. You shouldn't go out and get a piece of paper if what you really want to do is get results for students and change their lives. That piece of paper means nothing. In fact, yeah, I had one of those once. I spent part of my life getting this piece of paper, and that's part of my life that I'll never get back. I keep it in my bathroom for that one day when I run out of toilet paper. I've also told you about different online companies and jobs that they provide you with. You're going to invest so much time there that it's not worth the money you get paid. You could invest that time in yourself. I've also told you about online platforms that claim that you can set your own price and set your own hours and that you'll be in charge of everything. Remember that on a whim, they can wreck your whole business. Do not build your business on those platforms. I've also told you about guys on the internet and not to believe everything that they tell you. Hey, I'm one of them. Don't believe what I'm saying. Go check it out. Go do your research. And the last thing that I told you about here is doing it on your own. I know it sounds scary. I know it seems like you're just getting started, so how could you do this on your own? But you would not believe how easy this can be. I mean, it's so easy that I put together a step-by-step process that shows people how to do it, and people who have absolutely no experience have been able to do this, set up their own business, and start making thousands of dollars every month from teaching English online, and they don't have any pieces of paper or, years of working in a company or anything like that. So coming to the end of this video, just like every other guy out there on the internet, I have a special offer to present you with. And my offer is a free training program on my website, languageteachingbusiness.com. That's languageteachingbusiness.com. Did my voice sound corny enough? You can go there, it's 100% free. Just go through the free course and it'll show you exactly how to set up the foundations of your online teaching business. You'll also get more of a backstory about me and my company that I set up, my first one that I set up, which was an offline business, and then how I moved online and how I started doing teacher recruiting and all that other great stuff. And I try to be as open and honest with everybody as possible. So right now, before you even sign up for my free program, I want to tell you that at the end of my free program, I'm going to offer you a paid program. The whole goal of my paid program is to get teachers to become independent, to take control of their teaching careers, and to start making between $5,000 and $10,000 a month teaching online. I've been able to do that, and other people have been able to do that, and you can do that too. So if that's something that interests you, then you can do that, but join the free course first. Find out what this is all about, and then make a decision if you want to join the paid course. And after you go through the free course, you can join the paid one for as low as $125. And when you get your first client, you're gonna make way more than that. Most people are able to make $1,000 or more from their first client alone using the method that I show them in this training program. So again, you don't have to buy anything and you don't have to commit to anything, but there is a free program that's going to show you exactly how to set up the foundations of your teaching business, and you can join that at languageteachingbusiness.com. Good luck getting your ESL career started, and avoid those pitfalls that I told you about, really. And don't believe every guy on the internet. Go do your research and make a decision for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon.